Hello YouTube, this is Shine and welcome back to my channel, AC Shaman TV. First, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who subscribed to my channel. And if you're new, welcome and don't forget to subscribe. So this reading is on Boris Johnson and Jeremy Hunt to see who is going to be the next Tory Party leader and Prime Minister. So let's take a look at what is the energy between Boris Johnson and Jeremy Hunt at this time. What is the energy between Boris Johnson and Jeremy Hunt? Boris Johnson and Jeremy Hunt. What is the energy? We have the Emperor. So they're both fighting to see who's going to become the Prime Minister, who's going to take on that role and govern the people. They both see themselves as being, of course, the right candidate, the person who's going to lead them to the exit, to do what they feel and believe that Theresa May could not do. They are going to take that next step, that next role. And they're both passionate about wanting to succeed in that role, wanting to be that person that makes Brexit happen. They both feel and believe they can accomplish what Theresa May was not able to accomplish. So I'm going to put Boris Johnson over here and Jeremy Hunt over here. So let's take a look at who will be the next party leader for the Tories. Boris Johnson or Jeremy Hunt? Who is going to be the next Tory leader? Boris Johnson or Jeremy Hunt? Boris Johnson or Jeremy Hunt? We've got the Five of Spring, the Wheel, and the Prince of Summer. And Jeremy Hunt, we have the Princess of Summer, the World, the Star. Okay, so we have the Five of Spring. Boris Johnson had very different ideas to maybe what Theresa May was doing, and he felt that he could do something better. And so there was always a challenge and a struggle in terms of his views with Theresa May and how things were being done. We have the Wheel. Then the opportunity came where Theresa May is now resigning, and now he has an opportunity to step up to the plate and show people what it is that he feels he can do. And so the opportunity has arisen for him to take that next step. We have the Prince of Summer. And this is about him trying to find a way to stay focused on what it is that he's wanting to do without getting too much in his emotions, without putting the cart before the horse. And so he's trying to stay in that state and not get carried away during this time, not to be in that flight of fancy type of mindset or thinking, because he's excited about this opportunity to lead the Tories and to be prime minister at this time. For Jeremy Hunt, we have Princess of Autumn. He is feeling as though what he's wanted is finally, he's wanted to have the opportunity to be in charge, to be that leader, as he feels he has plans and ideas as to what things need to be done to further the agenda of the Tory Party. And we have the World card. And then the opportunity came, of course, when Theresa May is resigning, and now he's able to turn a new chapter. He's able to fulfill what he's thinking, planning, what he's been hoping for. And so the opportunity has brought itself to him. And he feels he's ready to take the people in the direction that he thinks the UK people should be moving towards. We have the Star card. He's thinking very much about the future and the possibility of being prime minister, the possibility of being that Tory leader, and what that can mean. He's staying hopeful and optimistic at this time. So this right now has basically told us how they're viewing themselves and the situation that has happened with Theresa May and their opportunity of becoming prime minister at this time. So let's see if the cards will tell us who will be the next prime minister, who will be that Tory leader, who will be that next prime minister, who will be that Tory leader. Will it be Boris Johnson or Jeremy Hunt? Boris Johnson or Jeremy Hunt? Boris Johnson or Jeremy Hunt? Who will be the next Tory leader and prime minister? Boris Johnson. We have the Six of Spring. The Nine of Summer. And let's look at Jeremy Hunt. Five of Summer. And Ace of Spring. Okay, so for Boris Johnson, we have the Six of Spring, which is the victory card, saying that he succeeded in what it is that he's wanting to pursue, and people are praising him for what he's done. Whatever choices and decisions he's made has brought him to that state that allows him to feel victorious and be victorious. We have Nine of Summer. This is his wish and desires coming true. That Wheel of Fortune going in his favor. All the struggles and challenges and that he's had has brought him his desired dreams and goals and aspirations. For Jeremy Hunt, we have the Five of Summer. This is a disappointment. This is This is not what he would want, as it's something he has desired, something that he's thought about and dreamt about, and so he is saddened. We have the Ace of Spring. This is an opportunity for something new, a new beginning. So even though he's saddened about not being prime minister, because based on what I'm seeing here, it looks like it's Boris Johnson, there is still some opportunity that is happening for him, something that elevates him, that transforms his life, that still makes a change in his life. Even if he is not the one that ends up being the prime minister, it is still a fulfilling situation as he's moved himself to another level. Maybe people will see him in a different light. But based on what I'm getting here, it does look like Boris Johnson has an opportunity to be the next Tory leader and prime minister. And Jeremy Hunt would be disappointed that he didn't get that role, but not all is lost. Let's take one more look at, will Boris Johnson or Jeremy Hunt, which one would be the better prime minister for the people of the UK? Which one would be the better prime minister for the people? Boris Johnson or Jeremy Hunt? Who would be the better leader for the people of the UK? Who would be the better leader of the people of the UK? Boris Johnson or Jeremy Hunt? Boris Johnson. We have Princess of Spring. So this is someone who would be optimistic, who would want to bring forth his thoughts and his desires and his ideas. Someone who would be very energetic, who wants to see some change happen. Let's look at Jeremy Hunt. He would be the King of Spring. He would be the leader with the skills, the knowledge, a more mature way of viewing things, whereas Boris Johnson may be just on the beginning stages but has the optimism, whereas Jeremy Hunt would have a bit more wisdom and maybe even the leadership skills to carry the people of the UK out of the EU, out of the Brexit situation. What's in the shadows of who will be the next Tory Party leader and Prime Minister? Boris Johnson or Jeremy Hunt? What's in the shadows that we don't know but can know about Boris Johnson and Jeremy Hunt being the Tory Party leader and Prime Minister? What's in the shadows for Boris Johnson? We have balance. Let me remove this here. And Jeremy Hunt. You have awakening. Boris Johnson may want to have the input of many people, may want to try to find a balance with everybody, try to cooperate in some way, to try to figure out the best way forward. Jeremy Hunt may want to stop and reassess things, maybe look at things from a different perspective. He may not be wanting to rush things. He may want to take time and review things and figure out what needs to happen next. So in a way, they both would kind of take a pause and reflect. But Boris Johnson may be more open to negotiating or seeing what other people might have to say, whereas Jeremy Hunt may want to go internally and try to figure out what's going to be best for the people and not be too much in his emotions, but try to look at it from maybe a logical point of view. So this is what I've got for Boris Johnson and Jeremy Hunt as who would be the next Tory Party Leader and Prime Minister of the UK. And we'll see you again soon. Bye.